Five scariest van camping encounters caught on camera. Let's watch this.
Is a creator who documents his camping adventures in different locations with his camper van. He's known for taking on unusual challenges, spending nights in places most people wouldn't even consider, like cemeteries or random farmland, and honestly, I recommend checking him out. But in this particular video, he decided...
Why does a sane, सही दिमाग वाला मिडिल एज आदमी बाहर के इनके दिमाग खराब होते हैं क्या? आराम से अपने बेडरूम छोड़कर सेमेटरी मतलब ग्रेवयार्ड में ये सोचते चलो एक रात बिता के आते. मैं सपनों में भी ये नहीं सोच सकता. बट आई डोंट नो ये वाइट लोग इतने fearless कैसे होते हैं.
to switch things up a little. Instead of heading into the wilderness, he chose to spend the night in a parking lot somewhere in the UK, a spot that's, well, let's just say it has a reputation for certain nightlife activities. The idea was supposed to be light-hearted, something entertaining and funny, just to see what would happen. He made his way there, driving down a rough, uneven road that already gave the whole thing a slightly off vibe. After bouncing around for a while, he finally pulled into the parking lot, ready to settle in for the night, not knowing that things wouldn't stay as funny as he originally expected.
We're in the back now, into stealth mode. We're right up against this sort of, oh god, here we go. I'm going to say right up against this here, it's a normal car next to me.
मुझे जंगल के अलावा और कुछ भी नहीं दिख रहा है यहाँ पर. ओह, यहाँ पर और भी लोग आए हुए हैं. हाँ, मुझे अब गाड़ियाँ दिख रही हैं. So many people in these developed countries do this. काफ़ी कॉमन है ये. इंडिया में इतना कॉमन नहीं है.
That's the drive you come in, and this was only a small car park. So that car there, single male occupant. Car next to it, guy just walking his dog, and the car next to that, single male occupant. And then there's a couple of empty cars here, which I assume are dog walkers. So again, what are people doing here? What do people?
Exactly. क्या कर रहे हैं भाई लोग?
I mean, what am I doing here? To be honest, what am I doing here? Oh god. Anyway, what am I doing here? Yeah. I'm gonna have some dinner. I know that much.
इनकी कोई लाइफ नहीं होती, कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ नहीं होते इनकी. मतलब हाँ, संडे को क्या कर रहे हो पापा? मैं तो जा रहा हूँ किसी जंगल में, अपनी गाड़ी लगाऊंगा और अपना वहाँ पर गाड़ी के अंदर एक रात बिताऊंगा. क्यों? दैट भारतीय लोगों को ये इतना वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम, वेस्ट ऑफ एनर्जी लगता है. बट लोगों को पर्सनली, टू मी दिस इज़ फन. मुझे भी ये फ़न लगता है. बट आई एम नॉट दैट फियरलेस. मुझे ये वीडियो देखकर इतना डर लग रहा है, तो मैं ऐसा सोच भी नहीं सकता वहाँ पर जाकर ये रियल लाइफ में एक्सपीरियंस करने की.
Ill at that moment. He started cooking some food, but while doing that, something weird happened. An older man parked his car near the van, walked into the woods, and then just stood there watching his van.
Just pulled up. Bloke in the van's just pulled up. He was parked there. He just drove off. He was parked there. He walked down there, and I was at the back there cleaning my stuff. In fact, I can still see a man there. See him?
Oh, there he is.
So that bloke walked down there and then walked behind my van where I was cleaning my stuff.
He's wearing a mask. Mask डाला हुआ उसने.
I'm looking in the back of my van.
क्या करेगा? गन तो नहीं है इसके पास. ना मास्क नहीं है, तो कोई बूढ़ा आदमी है.
He was standing there, half hidden behind a tree, leaning just enough to peek around it and look toward the van. It was obvious he didn't want to be seen, but the question is, what exactly was he trying to do? After watching this for a moment, Rob decided he couldn't just ignore it. He stepped out of the van to confront the situation, and this is the interaction that followed.
He interacted with him. He interacted with him. Let's see.
Yeah.
क्या बात.
Yeah. Just well, yeah. Just got a bit of dinner, like, you know what I mean. So. Yeah. How about yourself? You alright?
Yeah, I've been having a day of them.
Yeah. Much about?
Not today, actually.
No.
Saw a couple, but always see some down to us Berity.
Yeah. No, it's nice to do, isn't it? So it's nice to get away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just had a curry.
Sorry?
I've just had a curry and it seemed like a good idea at the time, but not so much. Not so much anymore.
Yeah. It's clearing up this thing.
It is. It's a bloody. Yeah.
What is good?
Wasn't
Are they friends?
to be honest.
क्या फ्रेंडशिप हो गई इनमें?
But anyway.
बियर भी खोल लो एक एक पैग हो जाए एक एक.
You will. Well equipped anyway.
Well, try my best. So when the wife kicks me out, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right, I better leave you to it.
All right, mate. No worries.
I'll have my dinner.
Have a nice evening.
And you.
Cheers. Ciao. You can't tell me that's not weird. An Astra estate. Something tells me he'll be back. Something tells me he'll be back later on. But yeah, he was just hovering down here. He was hovering down here. This is where the other guy come. Now when I was trying to show you, I was in the back of the van, he was hovering here trying to look inside my van. And he stopped. And I'm not sure exactly what the camera picked up. I'm not sure what you could hear or not. But he said he's just been deer hunting. Alright mate, that's what you call it.
Okay. This is my theory. वो आदमी एक चोर था. He was a thief. और वो आसपास उसने गाड़ी पार्क की और probably इस बंदे ने अपनी गाड़ी बाकी लोगों से दूर पार्क की हुई थी. तो वो आदमी इसकी गाड़ी के आसपास घूम रहा था. ये चेक कर रहा था कि इस गाड़ी में कोई बंदा है भी या नहीं. अगर उस गाड़ी में उसको ये कंफर्म होता कि कोई बंदा नहीं है तो वो उस गाड़ी में जाने की कोशिश करता. क्यों? क्योंकि वो एक चोर था. तो दैट्स माय थ्योरी. आई डोंट नो कि ये सही है या नहीं है, बट दिस इज टू मी मोस्ट लाइकली.
Well, he's driving off anyway, so.
Now, even if this turned out to be a harmless encounter, you can't deny how incredibly awkward it was. I honestly can't figure out what he was trying to do. Considering the reputation of that parking lot, maybe he was attempting to peek inside the van to see if there was some kind of activity going on. Either way, that's just creepy. And it didn't stop there. Over the next couple of hours, Rob noticed even more strange behavior around him. Things that slowly made him feel unsafe. And to be
Get out of
completely
that.
honest with you,
Go
I would have felt
home.
the exact
Go
same
home,
way.
bitch.
That van's back. He was down here earlier on. Then he went and parked up there. Now he's just do that again.
गेड़ियां कट रही हैं, गेड़ियां.
So that's the third time he's done that. Look what's back, people. Look what's back.
A red van kept circling back, not once, not twice, but more than 5 times, almost like whoever was inside was checking something, or someone. At that point, it stopped being random and started feeling intentional. Rob eventually decided to call it a night, but just as he was about to settle in, the same van came back again, honking its horn before finally driving off. That alone would have been enough to make most people pack up and leave.
Yeah.
Still, Rob chose to stay and complete the challenge.
Rob is a dumb ass. He's a fucking... भाई दिमाग नहीं, जा वहां से, अगले संडे कहीं और चला जाइए भाई. क्या, क्यों, क्यों?
And somehow he managed to sleep through the rest of the night. But honestly, I don't even know if I would have done the same. So what was really going on there? The older man's behavior was already strange and suspicious. I can't help but wonder, was he looking for a woman? And if that's the case, has he done that before? That kind of behavior is unsettling, and I'm sure nobody would feel comfortable having someone like that lurking around.
Why is he
As for the
touching
van-
himself? Look, he's touching himself. Look here.
And I'm sure
What is
nobody
he?
would feel comfortable
Pocket में क्या
having
कर रहा है?
someone like that lurking around.
Pocket
As for
में
the
क्या
van,
कर रहा है?
it's hard to say what their
He is a old pervert. I don't know, man.
intentions were.
This is so interesting.
Maybe they kept coming back hoping the camper would be gone so they could carry on with whatever they had planned. Who really knows? What matters most is this. Places with reputations like that aren't ideal for camping, especially alone, and especially as a woman. Situations can shift quickly, and what starts as a fun challenge can turn into something much more uncomfortable, or worse. Roadie is all about life on the road, capturing his adventures, fishing, camping, and traveling to some of the most breathtaking places in the world. But this particular video reminds us that life on the road isn't always peaceful or relaxing. Sometimes it comes with stress, tension, and real danger. That's what makes this video a bit more disturbing than his usual content. In December 2017, Roadie uploaded footage he had captured earlier that year. On that night, he hadn't planned to sleep in a parking lot, but darkness caught him on the road. While resting, he noticed a hooded man suspiciously circling his car, taking pictures of the license plates. Roadie had been asleep just moments before, so the inside of the car was pitch black, which is why the man didn't realize anyone was inside.
So it was probably around like 1:30 in the morning when I heard someone walking around my truck. And whenever you're sleeping, somewhere public and you hear somebody walking around outside your truck, it's always a little bit alarming. So what you'll see here in a second, he pulls out his phone and starts taking pictures. It looks like of my license plate or something like that. I'm not sure why he was doing this. So I thought maybe, I wasn't allowed to park there and he was taking pictures of my license plate, but it's kind of odd to be doing that at 1:30 in the morning. And he didn't look like a security guard or anything like that. Also, some of you may be wondering why he's not able to see me in the back. And where I was parked, the street light shined into the cab, but the camper shell is really tinted
Explain
windows,
this.
so it was pitch black in the back where I was.
I don't know. इसकी कोई explanation नहीं है. रात के 1:30 बजे पार्किंग लॉट में आप किसी और की गाड़ी की लाइसेंस प्लेट की फ़ोटो खींच रहे हो. इसकी क्या वजह हो सकती है? I don't know. Confusing. Let's see.
After snapping a few pictures of the truck and even attempting to open the hood, the man eventually moved to the side of the vehicle, trying to shine his flashlight inside. That's when Roadie decided enough was enough. He banged hard on the window, hoping to scare him off.
So yeah, that was basically it. He took off and I hopped out of my truck got in the driver's seat and took off somewhere else to sleep for like 5 more hours or whatever. So this is a good example of why I never really like to sleep in like parking lots and stuff like that. During the summers, I live out of my truck a lot, but it's always at either work or campsite.
The man ended up running off, and Rhodey quickly got out of his car to check if anything had been damaged. That's when he noticed something. His door was partially open, even though it had been locked. So why was this man circling the truck in the first place? My guess is he was planning to steal it, inspecting it to see if it was worth the risk. But one thing didn't make sense at first. Why was he taking pictures?
Yeah.
Why document something you're about to steal?
Yeah,
After
yeah,
checking the
yeah.
comments, I learned that apparently thieves sometimes take photos of a vehicle, usually from the front, to send to potential buyers. That way, after stealing it, they can sell it quickly and avoid getting caught with the car. People in the comments even said it's surprisingly common, and honestly, that makes the whole situation even scarier. Thankfully, nothing happened to
So he was, मतलब वो चोरी करने से पहले ही गाड़ी को बेचने के लिए डाल रहा था, हैं? अभी उठाई है नहीं गाड़ी और आप पहले ही आपको इस चीज़ की चिंता है कि ये बिकेगी या नहीं. I don't know. Confusing, man.
Rhodey. And this is a lesson he clearly won't forget. Always stay alert, even when you think you're safe.
Always stay alert.
Sarah is a creator who regularly shares videos about her van life, giving a glimpse into her cozy lifestyle, scenic camping spots, and relaxing adventures. But in this particular video, things took a turn she never expected. Something happened that left her genuinely shaken. After driving for a while, she arrived in Asheville, North Carolina.
I hope Sarah is alright. I hope nothing bad happens to female in camping. I hope. Let's see कि कुछ
Where
खतरनाक
she
ना
spent
हो.
a few days exploring and sleeping in various parking lots. On the first night, she stayed at a Cracker Barrel lot, and everything went smoothly. The second night, however, she parked at a different Cracker Barrel, and that's when the situation became terrifying. The restaurant had closed, her van was the only vehicle left, and then, out of nowhere, she heard a knock on her van.
Yeah.
Know her. Please leave me be.
I don't know ये क्या चाहता है.
Oh my gosh. What just happened?
I know
Left
what
imme-
I know what happened. That guy, वो बंदा, उसका रेस्टोरेंट था या तो, और वो नहीं चाहता था कि उसकी रेस्टोरेंट की पार्किंग लॉट में कोई भी गाड़ी खड़ी हो, या फिर ही इज जस्ट अ साइकोपाथ. ही इज जस्ट अ साइकोपाथ. What else? There is a person sleeping in night in a parking lot. You are waking her up and कह रहे हो कि यहाँ से जाओ. Why? Why? क्या मिला? Psychopathic people like that should be in jail.
Immediately. Exactly what she should have done. Later, she explained in detail what happened, including the things that weren't caught on camera. And let me tell you, it was absolutely terrifying.
Okay, so I'm safe right now, but I just had my first knock on the door. That was not the cops. Being alone, I was in the middle of cooking dinner, so I had my cooktop out, you know, propane hose attached and everything. And then he's just bangs on my side door right here. I first turn off all the lights, turn all the sounds off so I can hear what's going on in case it is the cops and I need to like talk to them. It wasn't, and then he banged on this door right here, the double doors, and that's when I got really nervous. He was complaining about a girl that worked at the Cracker Barrel and, you know, it broke her heart and thought that she was in my van and was telling me to come out and prove that I wasn't her. And I was just proceeding to tell him, please leave me be. I am not who you think I am. I'm just an innocent traveler just passing through. And he says that he's seen my van there many times, which is definitely false.
He is a psycho. He was a
ridiculous
psychopath.
and dangerous reason to knock on a woman's van, thinking his ex-girlfriend might be inside. That's completely unacceptable. He even told Sarah to get out of the van to check if it was who he thought she was, clearly just trying to make her unlock the doors for who knows what reason. There's no excuse for that behavior. He was not a good person.
He was a
Sarah quickly grabbed her camera, and that's when the man tried to act defensive, pretending he wasn't doing anything wrong. She was incredibly lucky that she kept her doors locked and left immediately. She also suspected that his erratic behavior might have been influenced by drugs, which is a sad reminder of what substances can do to people. Now, if you got here, that means you like what you...
he was drunk psychopathic idiot. तुम्हें ये नहीं पता कि तुम्हारी एक्स गर्लफ्रेंड कौन सी गाड़ी चलाती है? What car does she drive? You know that. And she broke your heart. She's not coming back near you. Why would she come and stay in the parking lot near where you live? I'm assuming कि वो वहाँ पे रहता था. What benefit does this thing gives her?
You're seeing, right? So how about hitting that subscribe and like buttons, and if you truly enjoy it, you might as well hype the video and click the bell icon to be notified when I post. Also, take a look at this awesome merch. Maybe you'll like something. Emmy is the creator behind the channel The Cat Lady Van, where she usually shares her van life adventures. Recently, she sold her old van to buy a new one, documenting every step of the process on her channel. I highly recommend checking her out because she's such a kind and genuine person. She's been traveling extensively with her adorable cat, Kelly, and while most of her trips go smoothly, in this particular video, she accidentally parked her van in the wrong spot. And that's when things started to get a little tense.
Yes, I'm always just a little bit more aware and cautious and just like aware that it's a party night. So currently we are further from the main town, further from the action, hopefully. But you never know. Maybe some people, some teenagers gonna try to party and all this around this area. I doubt it, but we never know. So yeah, I always had never had like a bad experience with autoing. It's just, I know that's people just gonna party and get drunk and may decide, hey, let's go scare that camper van just for fun. And you don't know that it's just a joke. You know, those type of things. So I just try to stay away from all the main action and all. They can party in town, have fun in town. I'm away from the town, away from everything. So we should be all right.
Going away from the town does not benefit you. I know कि ये आपको थोड़ा peace of mind देता होगा किसी manner में, but it is dangerous. It is dangerous, especially if you are a woman. I know कि अमेरिका comparatively इंडिया से safe है for women, but still very dangerous out there. Even for a fucking male like me, male big and strong like me, मेरे लिए भी इतना मुश्किल है. तो इफ़ यू वांट पीस ऑफ माइंड और आप उसके लिए कहीं रात को अपनी कैंपर वैन में कहीं सोने जा रहे हो, व्हाई डोंट ट्राई मेडिटेशन, व्हाई डोंट ट्राई योगा, व्हाई डोंट ट्राई आई डोंट नो anything other that gives you peace of mind. Try that, it will be helpful.
This really shows just how experienced Emmy is with Camp Unexpected, even if the chances seem small. And as it turns out, that small chance actually happened. It was getting pretty late and Emmy and Kelly had gone to sleep, but their rest didn't last long. Around midnight, something happened that shook the calm of the night.
What happened?
If you got here, comment the word car.
Alright guys, that's someone banging on my van pretty loud. I'm not sure if he did any damage, to be quite honest. I don't know if he banged with a piece of wood. He banged on another van too. I'm gonna move.
Someone started knocking on her van, waving some object while screaming and blasting music. It was most likely a drunk man looking for trouble, but Emmy stayed calm and acted smart. She simply started the engine and drove away from any potential danger. The next
She's
morning,
smart.
once daylight came, she stepped out of the van to check for any damage, and sure enough, there was some.
Oh my god.
Beautiful damage on my van. I knew when he banged on my van it would sound pretty loud. I thought I was in the back, that's why I was looking in the back there. And I didn't know if he had a stick, that's why I said on my video. But I think he probably had a rock and when he banged on my van, because yeah, this looked like quite a big dent, unfortunately. Kind of
He didn't, वो आपकी वैन, आई एम सॉरी टू टेल यू, बट वो आपकी वैन के पास आया ही नहीं था. He was probably throwing stones at your van. He didn't come even near. वो वैन के पास आया ही नहीं. This dent shows me that.
pissed, to be honest, guys.
Someone actually damaged her van for no reason at all. Some people really need to stay away from alcohol. I mean, seriously, getting drunk and going around destroying other people's vans? There are...
ये करके क्या लोगों को किक मिलती है? क्या मिलता है? कुछ स्वाद आते हैं? क्या होता है? Is this a thrill to you?
So many unpredictable and dangerous people out there, and this just shows how risky van life can sometimes be. It's a relief that he didn't break the windows or try to get inside, because that would have been terrifying for her. This was the first time something like this had ever happened to Emmy, and right after, she posted another video saying she needed a little break from van life, which is completely understandable. Since then, she's returned to her travels, thriving in her van life again, and honestly, I'm really happy to see her doing so much better. Diana is a traveler who loves hitting the road, making videos along the way, and often sleeping in her SUV. In this particular video, she visits a stunning location in Idaho and decides to camp there solo for the night. But what was meant to be a peaceful night in nature quickly turns into a very scary experience.
Yeah, not a lot of people can do this hiking thing, you know, and I'm full of energy and fit, so why not? Why stay down there? I could really see myself living up here. Yeah. So now we're staying on track, because if we go off track over there, those are, you know, that's a private residency over there. It's all huge mansions over there. Man, probably expensive to live in a park like this.
After exploring for a while, she found a spot that seemed completely isolated from the rest and decided it would be her camp for the night, parking her SUV
That's not
there.
a good, ये
As
सही
the
idea
sun
नहीं
began
है.
to set, she got into her car ready to
Dangerous.
sleep, but the night wasn't going to be as peaceful as she had hoped. Around 3
Of
a.m.,
course,
she
अगर
was
आप इस
abruptly
वीडियो में हो तो
woken by the sound of
night
footsteps
peaceful नहीं गई
outside.
होगी.
Being in such a remote area, she immediately knew that whoever was out there probably didn't have good intentions.
Guys, someone is outside. I swear.
Yeah, don't go outside.
Who is out there? Get away from my car, please. I'm leaving. Get away from my car right now. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
She did exactly what she should have. She drove away
Exactly.
immediately without even looking back to see what was out there.
Yeah.
She ended up spending the night in a Walmart parking lot.
She saved her own life. Imagine करो कि आप इतनी isolated location पर हो और आप रात को मजे से सो रहे हो और someone start to bang outside. What आप सोचोगे क्या वो कोई आदमी है? क्या वो कोई घोस्ट है? दोनों रियल पॉसिबिलिटीज हैं मेरी मानो तो.
Which is kind of strange to think about, but sometimes a public, well-lit spot is safer than a remote location. The good news is
It
that
is.
she was safe and nothing happened to her. The next morning, when she got out of the car, she noticed something strange. The car emblem was missing. Someone had clearly stolen it because there was no way it could have just fallen off on its own. So, it was almost certainly a person lurking outside that night. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed these kinds of videos, don't forget.
Great video, always great video. These type of channels, chilling scares, this wilderness whispers, these type of channels are the best.